Welcome back to another Monday Happy Hour. I'm Tim, aka Makery Guy, here at Owego Street Makery, and this week we're going to do a comparison of Reed's Zero, which is their sugar-free offering. That'll be the third one of Reed's that we've done, and also Main Root. I was at a local store where I pick up the ginger beers, and I turned around and realized there was an entire different wall right behind me where all of these other ginger beers were, and Main Root was right there, and I grabbed it. And it's been really hard to save this one for the review because I love it. So, and I want to thank, I think we spoke about this last time in episode 7, the gentleman who brought these over, and we shared one before he went back to college. This is the sugar-free offering, which we didn't realize. This is not sugar-free, and it is very, very gingery. So I would say on the scale from 0 to Goya, this one's on the Goya end, and this one is more on the lower end of kind of like a smoother quench your thirst type beverage. This is more of an experience and enjoying it because of what it does to you beverage. So I'm not sure if these are both. Yep, that one's a twisty, and that one is a twisty also. And if any of the old guys that I used to live with are watching this, imagine there's an old Christmas tree over there, and oh, caught my sleeve. Hold on, here we go. There it is. And just imagine all the pine needles raining down. They know what I'm talking about. All right, so to it. Here we go. We got cups again. I'm gonna pour these. I don't need the opener. And we'll get a good look at the difference in how these look. Right away, this one definitely has smaller bubbles. It seems less carbonated. This one has got a very cloudy look to it, and that's just the difference in the ingredients. But I think on this one, it's definitely clear, like a Sprite. This one is cloudy. We haven't had one yet that was cloudy. The other one looked a little bit like ginger ale. The one, I believe it was Goya, that looked like ginger ale. But trying the both of them, this one, the sugar-free, it's got a very fruity taste to it, actually. It's almost like a cider. I mean, it tastes like Reed's, right? We've tried 2 other ones before. Not as gingery. This one definitely has a smoother, not as carbonated type experience. And it's almost like a sweet wine. That's how I can explain it to you, where, you know, if you've got a really dark red wine or something that's very dry and it wrings your tongue out, this would be like on the dessert wine type end of that for a ginger beer. It's definitely sweeter, smoother, not as carbonated. The Main Root means business. The Main Root has like that hot in your throat, effervescence in your sinuses. That is an experience. This, I would say, like on a hot day and you're thirsty and you really want a ginger beer, I would grab one of these. The flavor is definitely different, being that it's sugar-free, and I didn't do my homework ahead of time. I was going to try to pronounce this, and that's always a problem for me when I have to try to pronounce an ingredient. The sweeteners in this, it's like chemical names, and I don't like that. That's one thing I will say about this. Sugar is sugar. I'd rather know what I'm having for sugar rather than a chemical substitute for sugar. So for me, that's kind of a turn down. The ginger beer experience for me is the, you know, the hot in your throat, that kind of. It almost choked me. I really like that experience of that. It's like I said, it's on the Goya end of the scale. This is Main Root. It's caffeine free. When I started doing this, I was cutting down on caffeine intake, and I used to be a Dr. Pepper addict. Like, that was my thing. So when I wanted to cut down on caffeine, I still drink coffee in the morning, but I wanted a soda substitute that was caffeine free, and generally I had thought of root beer for that. Root beer is kind of, it's not sugar free, it's caffeine free. But then I remembered ginger beer is caffeine free too, and that's kind of what started this whole thing. I hope you enjoyed the review of these two. Next week I actually do have one. It's one that I had mentioned before, but then I drank it, and then I couldn't do the review because the place that had it didn't have it again, but they did have it again, and now I'm going to review it. And it's the one that I was talking about maybe coming from a place that you wouldn't think something good would come from. And between the two of these, the one that I'm going to review next week is more on this side of the scale. It's actually like really enjoyable, and the price point is ridiculously low compared to some of these. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching. If you do like this, please actually like it on YouTube. Click the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you again 1 week from today for another Monday Happy Hour. Bye.